What's up, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite hour of the day, Anything Better, episode 9, with myself, Paul Virzi, Bill Burr. We are here on a beautiful, beautiful spring day. I love how those people always bring weather into it, dude. But I got to tell you, it's been amazing here in New York. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, Bill. I'm a little fired up with the. I had this.
Can I just address something before we even get going?
Yeah.
I've never seen you wear Adidas gear ever. This is
Really?
like seeing Jordan wearing Adidas. You never wear Adidas. I love Adidas.
Dude, I got to show you what a fan made me. Check this out.
All right. And what's funny? I'm wearing Nike.
This guy,
Is it
these are custom Stan Smiths. They're green in the back. It looks yellow now. And
okay.
and it says Virzi in graffiti.
Oh, that's fucking killer, man.
Yeah, dude. This dude Adam at Chaz Customs, man, he made them. So anyway, but no, I love the Rod Lavers. I love the Stan Smiths. And
yeah, I like the old Adidas. Hasn't had a good sneaker in a long fucking time. It's all about their old stuff. But their sweatsuits and shit are nice.
Their hoodies, their long sleeve with the but I had this on the calendar, man. I mean, I marked this down when this happened. We got to talk about it. Okay. Dude, the fact that Patrick Ewing was not only stopped at Madison Square Garden, but he said accosted and basically treated as he was like being disruptive at Madison Square Garden. It would be unacceptable of me not to start this show without saying, what the fuck? And you know me, I'm not one of these jump on Dolan. Dolan's the worst. Listen, he's not my favorite, but I don't think he's the fucking problem. I just think the fact that he's a billionaire, owns a cable company, and plays in a band makes people upset because the fucking Knicks aren't his whole thing. But how many guys are 7 feet tall that look like Patrick Ewing wearing a Georgetown fucking jumpsuit, walking in there for the Big East tournament are there? It's an absolute, I was so disgusted. And then looking at his face going, is my number not up there? Like, what's going on here? It was.
How surprised were you?
I mean, with that one, dude, I mean, how many guys are 7 feet?
They fucking carried Charles Oakley out of the place a few years ago.
They almost fucking tased him. That's what I said. I go, what's next? They're going to beat the shit out of Bernard King next. They did it to Spike Lee too. But Patrick,
Spike Lee keeps the Knicks going. That guy buys 80% of the merch that's sold for the Knicks every year, without a doubt.
If you're an employee of Madison Square Garden, your fucking orientation should be a video of Patrick Ewing. You shouldn't be able to fucking
wait. But those are union guys too. So those guys, I feel like a lot of those guys were around. They should have known.
I mean, dude,
Paul, you know the deal, dude. You play Madison Square Garden, right? You play it, then as you're walking out, they're changing the marquee. The man left the building. You're not making us money anymore. We don't know you.
You're talking about one of the top 50 players of all time, carried that fucking building on his shoulders for fucking almost 2 decades. I mean,
Not to mention, he's been an assistant coach in the NBA forever, so he comes to that building a couple times a year, right?
Oh, my God. Sitting there as a fan, as a coach. His number is up in the fucking sky. I mean, it was, I don't even know what to say, but people needed to be definitely, and then Dolan called him and he did the right thing. You could tell, that Dolan knew somebody fucked up, because when Patrick talked the second time, he goes, no, it's like, I think that they were really like, dude, let's put this away. People are getting fired. Don't worry. Heads are going to roll. The fuck?
Yeah. And not to mention too, like one of the classiest guys. You know what I mean? Just like raised right.
Yeah.
Good fucking dude. Wow, Paul. Wow. The Mecca.
Yeah. Listen, Got me sick. What can I say? Got me sick.
What are you going to do? You know what I mean? The Celtics don't have the best track record with former players either. I mean, shit, Bill Russell wouldn't even talk to us for like 40 years. I still think he doesn't really.
So I wanted to tell you something. I'm doing something.
Larry Bird, for some reason, didn't come back around to the front office. Neither did McHale. Danny Ainge. We got Danny Ainge back.
Do you want to know why? What happens is when a guy feels like he gave his blood, sweat, and tears and everything that he had to an organization and his, just his life and the charities. And then unfortunately, there's the end of everything. There's going to be the end of everything, right? The end of a career, the end of this podcast. No, but like there's always parting ways. Look how ugly it was with Brett Favre in Green Bay. It's going to get ugly again with Aaron Rodgers. You could feel it by things that are being said. And what happens is when that guy that did everything for that franchise feels like fuck them, they're like, I'm not coming back. I think that there's something to that. I think that there's something.
Well, now that you brought up football, I am really scared that football is going to go the way of the NBA, where there's this, the Patriots bought, I didn't even see who they bought, but it's becoming, I don't want sports to all be about who's got the money to buy all the good guys.
Yeah.
Like with the NBA, where you watch the All-Star game, Team LeBron versus Kevin Durant. It's just like, gee, who's going to be in the finals?
Yeah.
It's become market. It's always been a business or whatever, but it's just become, they just want to market two super teams, like the Ocean 11's casts against the Ocean 11 Part 2 cast. Yeah. And then it just really just makes the regular season a foregone conclusion. I hope that they don't do this with the NFL, because the NFL does it the best, where all of a sudden out of nowhere, teams that sucked for a long time, all of a sudden they can be good. Like there's no hopeless NFL fan for the most part. You know what I mean? There's still at least some hope, where I feel like in baseball for a long time, and certainly in basketball has made NBA's made a statement to certain cities that you're just not going to win one. No matter who you draft, because you're not going to be able to hang on to them, and they're going to end up on these upper echelon teams. So just seeing I started hearing that NBA chatter on the NFL channel, listening to Michael Irvin, who I love, but he was saying you got to get him all the pieces he needs. You need to have extra. It's just like, whoa, what are we doing here? I want to watch competition. I don't want to see he needs a beast at every position. Well, then shit, fucking, anybody can win a title that way, right?
Is as much as people go, you'd love to, and I know people are going to think I'm taking a jab at the Nets here, because I always take jabs at Brooklyn and the Nets. But in all seriousness, having James Harden, having Kyrie Irving, having Kevin Durant, having guys off the bench who are all-stars like DeAndre Jordan and Jeff Green, winning that, if the Knicks did that and won, yes, it would be great, because the Knicks have had a drought since 73. But there's something fucked up about that, man. And I'm going to tell you something. There was a year the Yankees had a $220-something million payroll. And I remember looking at our infield, and it was Mark Teixeira at first, Robbie Cano at second, Jeter at short, A-Rod at third. And we would go into Kansas City and beat the fuck out of the Royals in May, 8-1. And I literally tuned out that year, because I was like, fuck this, man.
It was 09.
What's that?
2009. It was that era. That was the year that, they won the World Series. Dude, I'll be honest with you, I didn't 08 Celtics, 07 Red Sox. When the 07 Red Sox signed Eric Gagne, and granted, he was off the roids, and he almost cost us the division in September. But I was just like, I'm not going to watch. At that point, we were $190, $200 million team. I'm not watching us playing the Colorado Rockies.
Right.
That was kind of all about the arms race with the Yankees. I would watch our roided up free agents play your roided up free agents. But anything after that felt it was a weird thing. It was definitely weird. Other than the first year, because we had to break the curse.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, thank you.
Stacy's making some she had a whole thing. She went to the store. She's making corned beef. She's making all the vegetables. She said, Paul, you got to go out and get a Guinness. You got to go she's like the whole, she tries to rub it in my face a little bit, because early on in our marriage, not that I shunned St. Patrick's Day, but I was like,
Ooh.
You know,
Oh,
no.
yeah. I see it. All the fucking props I give to you with your Greek and Italian heritage. Look at you
Yeah.
trying to dance around this. Paul, tell
No.
me how.
Yeah.
Tell me how you didn't really get into St. Patrick's
Here's
Day.
what it was. My son was a baby and she put like a fucking green t-shirt on him. And I just, if for a second, I was like, let's not get crazy here. You know, I'm Sicilian and Greek and, you know, and she's like, what the fuck? She's like,
Yeah, but
and I
she's
go,
also Irish, Paul.
yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah, hold on a second. I got it. This is
Wow.
No.
Wow.
No. Listen.
You
All I'm
fucking
saying.
what do I call you? A nationalist?
No. This is all I'm saying. What I'm saying is Stacy's like 7 things. She's Finnish, she's Swedish, she's German, she's French Canadian, she's English, and then she has a little Irish. She was going at it one year. I fucked up. It's my fault. But you know, one year
it wasn't really about that.
Listen, that's here nor there. I don't know what it's about.
Come on. Let's get to the bottom of what it was about. She could have been half Irish, Paul. Then your kid would be a quarter Irish. You'd still be saying, let's not get crazy here.
Listen,
you don't like Kelly Green.
No, you know what?
Paul, you fucking cunt.
There is something to that. I have this dumb, I'm a Mediterranean, Greek, Sicilian kid that I put at a certain place. We went to Ellis Island. We went to Ellis Island with Lucas's class trip, and you could buy flags. You could buy little flags.
You could buy flags.
So we came home
you
with
go to the mall. You go to Ellis Island. You buy a fucking flag.
So I come home with the fucking, you know, Greek and Italian flag, and you know, Stacy goes, I go, listen, I didn't see all of what you are. I didn't want to leave something out. They had the Italian and Greek right there, and so now her thing is she goes hard. She goes hard with St. Patrick's Day. Corned beef. Sending me out.
Good.
Sending me out to
go get. Tell her I said thank you. You brought it on yourself, Paul.
I did.
You should have known. You don't go hard at an Irishman. They're going to come back twice as hard the next day. You know this, Paul.
I mean, there's been potatoes and fucking corned beef cooking for 8 hours in my kitchen. The whole house smells like it. And I got to take it. And you know what? My kids do have some Irish. So, but here I'm doing something. Bill. And then it's an experiment. And guess who I'm calling at 1 o'clock in the morning, whether it works or doesn't. You. Here's what's happening.
What is this?
Here's what I'm doing, dude. I hope she doesn't listen to this. I'm doing everything. Listening. I'm doing everything she wants for like a week. I mean, when I tell you everything. I'm gonna fucking. You want me to go to the store? Yeah. What do you want? Go get. I'll get the kids. I'll get whatever you. What else you want?
You want tell me you're not hoping that you're going to get a compliment at the end of this.
I'm just going to see, because I'm going to log it. I'm going to log it, and I'm going to see after. Not like I'm going. No. Why?
Because you're going to show her the logbook, and you're going to come off like a psycho.
No,
she's going to learn. She's going to use that logbook against you. Jesus, Paul.
No, I'm not going to really write something. That'd be funny if I was like, all right, dude, it's March 29th. No, I'm just saying I'm going to be.
29th, she said she wanted some cookies and cream ice cream. Just for the record, it's 9:30. I'm not saying I was going to bed, but you know, I did have my pajama bottoms on.
It was March 19th. I was fucking exhausted. And she wanted ice cream. I decided to go to Carvel, get it. I wanted no part of it. I did it. Right? No, but here's the thing. If I go 7 days with everything she wants, dishes done, pick up the kids, okay, what do you want? You know what? I'll go get a vacuum. I'll vacuum the fuck whatever. And then all of a sudden, the first fight, day 8 or 9, guess who? Paulie's got ammo. I got ammo. Like you said, across the chest, fucking grenade. What do you mean I don't?
You don't,
yes,
Paul.
Bill, come on, man.
No, because she's going to be like, oh, so you were just doing that. So when we had a fight, you could fucking bring it up. That's even worse than if you didn't do it. And you're going to be flipped around on your back for the cover. 1, 2, 3. The bell's going to be ringing. You're like, what happened? You're going to walk into that ring with your Greek and Italian flag. Thinking you're coming away with a victory, dude. She's going to put you in the small package.
I'm gonna look like
She's gonna
look like Kellen Winslow.
Can I bet this, Paul? I will bet this in a second. You are gonna fucking lose this.
How funny would it be? And then all of a sudden, I look like Kellen Winslow getting helped off the field.
Oh.
I thought I just
No, you're gonna be like those receiver when they get knocked out over the middle and that one hand's going like this. Paul, it is going to be beyond a wrap.
Well, you know what? You're gonna get the call, but Paulie's gonna be an angel.
Call me.
Oh yeah. No, because you know me though. If she does get mad at me, I'm gonna throw it at her.
What you just say is, like, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, you ask me to do stuff and I do it. You soft play. You know what? Since fucking March 17th at 8 a.m., I've been. Then
I love how you just turned me into.
You're not allowed to plot.
I love how you just turned me into Keanu Reeves. What do you mean? Whoa.
Well, you're just gonna be like sitting on your phone going, "I came back with the ice cream. She didn't say thank you. She just said put it in a bowl." It's not going to end well, Paul. You can't. What you're trying to do. It's like you're a boxer and she's a brawler, and you want to go to the center ring and brawl with her. You can't do it. You can't do it. Like,
hey, but I've been losing against the ropes. Okay, got to try something. That'd be funny if there was like a relationship, like analyst, like Rogan and Daniel Cormier are going, wow, Paul usually is not a grappler, but he went into the kitchen and told her he'd go to the store. This should be interesting.
You know what you have to do, Paul? I'm telling you, if you want them to hear you, the only way you can do that.
Oh, you got so serious just now.
Is to not argue with them. Not argue with them. Give into what they want, but give off the vibe that you're broken because they're nagging you. Then they back off. That's the only way. That's the only way that they can see what it is that they're doing. You have to put on a performance. You got to be like, fine. I'll work on that too. All right.
No. I can't do that.
You just sit there like that. Paul, I'm telling you, it worked. And then they go,
look like a broken, beaten man. You look like a broken.
I'm not, Paul. But I'm not.
Oh, you're going rope-a-dope?
Yeah. The only way that they hear, if you fucking try to square up with them, they're gonna get their back up and it's not gonna go anywhere. And then they're gonna cry. You're still gonna end up fucking apologizing. But if they sit there, come on, you're gonna be like, all right, I guess I need to work on that. Fine. I'll work on that. I'll blah blah blah. And then they go, oh fuck, he thinks that there was only one word in the English language that scares a woman in a relationship, and it's not cunt, like they want you to believe. They make it seem like it's cunt. That's their misdirection. It's nag. That word scares them. If they think that they're a nag, because that's one of those things where you will walk away.
Dude, that's
you
some
feel like
heavy
you're getting nagged, you will walk away. Their fucking thing is, dude, they want you still fighting on the line. But when they feel you fucking quit, like you don't have anything left, and you're just staring at it like, all right, I'll just, and they finally see how unhappy they're making you.
I love how
you have a 22% chance.
I love how you just leaned in and you go, here's what you do. You know what it was like? It was like the phone call I give you is going to be the equivalent of between rounds when I'm in the corner and the guy's squirting water in my mouth. You're like, you're going all wrong. You're going all wrong. You gotta come in
on the other ball, the one that I mixed.
The other day, I told you what I said. The other day, I did something real stupid. You ever argue with your wife and know you immediately lost? I was half joking, but when I said it, she just leaned back. I was cleaning the cat's area. We have 2 cats, and they have an area, and I was cleaning it up, and she just had bags of her shit in there. And I just go, hey, not for nothing, but if I'm cleaning this out, can we not have these bags, And she's like, well, they need to be there. And like, I just felt like it was a selfish thing. So I kind of we started to get into it. And I just like a fucking dope, I just go, that's what fucking Eve bit the apple. It was Eve that bit the apple, right? And she just goes, she stopped at her desk. And I swear to God, she stopped and she leaned back and she goes, what? She goes, did you just say that to me? And dude, I knew that I just, as it came out of my mouth, and then I'm just, dude, it was so bad. I go, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, Adam just wanted to fucking chill out. She didn't have to do that. And dude, it was just, she just shook her head and goes, I can't fucking believe you just said that. And I tried playing it off. Immediate loss. Took the L.
Well,
walked
because
away.
when you make a statement that hard, you got to keep your foot on the pedal. You can't ease up.
Yeah.
Did you just say that? Yeah, I did. Now get over here and get your fucking bags out of the cat room. That's your. I'm not saying that's going to work, but that's your only play. You can't be like, oh no, well, what I was saying, then it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
Then they know they got you, and then they got to act like they're really hurt. Like, does she really care about that dumb biblical shit? She doesn't. She just wanted to win.
And then I tried backing out.
What is
like,
it,
Adam,
1800s? Nobody gives a fuck about Adam and Eve.
Yeah. I'm going, this kid just wanted a picnic. This kid just wanted to fucking sit and have a picnic. The apple the apple wasn't necessary.
Didn't Neil deGrasse Tyson say we all came from the water?
I'm getting tired of that fucking guy being on every podcast.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I don't think he's that smart. I think if he was smart, he'd be somewhere figuring shit out rather than going on everybody's podcast telling everybody how smart he is.
Listen, he seems like a nice enough guy, but I seen him on all the podcasts saying stuff that my uncle says when he's fucking drinking. So it's like, I don't
buy it. I think he is the Dr. Phil of scientists. I think if you're an actual scientist, you're in a lab figuring something out. It's like Donald Trump walking around, oh, I'm a fucking entrepreneur. Well, why don't you go run your businesses? Yeah. Why are you hosting a reality show while you're trying to figure out if Cyndi Lauper or the guy from Poison's going to make a better CEO for this company that doesn't exist?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I'm tired of people. I'm tired of
them all in the Dr. Phil drawer.
Yeah, but I'm tired of all these scientists and all of these people that are supposed to be smart being asked questions on major fucking platforms about what happens when we die. And people are like, wow, this fucking guy doesn't know. This guy's fucking doesn't know. He doesn't fucking know. And I got to listen to him.
I think he was the weak one. He was the weak one. He's like, I got to come up with some other hustle because these guys are looking in the microscope, seeing shit that I'm not even seeing. I'm going to go out into the mainstream where all the dopes are. And I'm going to blow them away by saying how fucking radiation works. And we're like, well, I mean, because, if you walk into a bar, nobody knows how that shit works, right? Nobody really knows why the world turns, magnetic poles and all that shit. But he knows. He knows just enough.
Nobody's an expert. Nobody's an expert unless you've done it. No, listen, hold on. Nobody's an expert unless they've done the job. Like Tony Romo, when Tony Romo talks football, that's going to happen. Okay. If somebody asks you or somebody that's been doing stand-up, somebody's been doing stand-up 20 years. Hey man, what's it like on the road when you stay in a comedy condo? Or what's it like when you're away from your family? I'm an expert with that. I can answer that, but I don't want some fucking buddy that doesn't know what happens when you die. Go, well, I'll tell you what happens. Remember when you were born and you didn't remember before you were born, right? So that's what happens. You don't fucking know. You don't know. You're not an expert on that. So nobody's an expert on shit that's unexplained. Okay, nobody's an expert on UFOs.
What do you think happens when you die?
I think that there is.
Why would you give an answer?
No, hold on. But I could think something.
Neil deGrasse Virzi?
Yeah, but nobody's fucking booking me on fucking Ellen to talk about it.
Stop saying fuck so much. You could get some more gigs. Nobody wants to hear a scientist dropping F-bombs. Ellen, this is what the fuck I think when you die. You fucking close your eyes.
Dude, did you?
Oh, why are you swearing at me?
An over Italian guy. Did you see the over Italian dog whisperer? It's the funniest thing. You got to watch it, dude. There's a guy who was like either in jail. He's as Italian as it almost is a character. Like, hey, come on. And he's like a dog whisperer now. So he's talking to the dog and he'll be like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Dude, it is. Don't do that. What are you biting over there? Don't bite over there. Dude, it is. No, talk to me.
Did the first whisperer actually whisper?
Did the what?
The first whisperer. Was it the horse whisperer that started all the whisperers? Kind of like Watergate was the first gate, and then it became Deflate Gate, Fuck Gate. Everything became Gate. Now everything is whisperer. But I see these guys with dogs, and they're not exactly whispering. So did the horse whisperer whisper?
I don't know, man.
Did he lean forward and go, giddy up?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Stop biting.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I like horses, dude. I was hanging out with somebody who owns a horse, right? And was saying like how they can feel your energy, right? And they won't walk with you if they feel you feeling fucked up, they won't walk with you. And there's something so fucking funny. I get around a horse, I can make it walk with me because for some reason I just don't give a fuck. Because I don't give a fuck if it does or not. Because I don't even think we should ride him. I'm just thinking like, why the fuck should this horse go where I want it to go? That's what I'm thinking. But if this horse was hanging out with me for the rest of the day, it wouldn't go anywhere that I went. Explain that.
Yeah.
If this fucking horse was with me when I was answering text messages, it would literally do a barrel roll out of my fucking car.
Yeah, I don't like talking to people that love horses because they ruined horse racing for me. I started talking about how I loved it, and somebody out of nowhere just goes, I said to somebody, I go, hey, can I ask you a question? I go, does a horse know when it wins? Like if it wins the Kentucky Derby, like is there certain things? And they were just like, oh, yeah, well, they're all on, and just the way they did, they're all on drugs and they're broken and like they don't have any dignity. And I was just going like, oh, all right, man. I was just asking. I like to watch the Kentucky Derby.
Horse know it wins.
Well, yeah, like, but no, when they go,
when they put the wreath around them, they somehow know. Maybe it's what they get to fuck afterwards. It's like, oh, I didn't do so good in that race, did I? They put them out the stud and they're out there with like a donkey.
When they win, there's a bucket of carrots. When they lose, it's just like slop. I don't know, man. I think that horse racing is a beautiful thing to watch, and I feel bad when they get whipped and stuff. But dude, watching that one horse Zenyatta, it's one of the most amazing horses ever. It was a filly. It was a female, and she was undefeated until her last race. Gorgeous horse, all black. You could look it up, man. Zenyatta, and she crushed everybody, males, fillies, and she's in her last race before retirement, and she's fucking. And the guy hits her to go, and he did it early, and she was clearing everybody, beating everybody, and she ran out of gas with like 30 yards left, and she was clearly the best horse on the track, and the what's it? I almost said DJ. The jockey. The jockey was the jockey was crying.
Well, DJ is disc jockeys. That's all right. I can see that.
The jockey was crying, and he goes, I ruined this horse's career because her perfect career because I broke her too early. I'm sick. And he really did. And it was really hard to watch, man. And I was just like, the horse
Did he binge eat so he wouldn't have the job anymore? Did he binge eat?
Yeah. Yeah.
With all these people talking about like fucking eating disorders and shit like that. I mean, who's kidding who? They just sort of care about women that have eating disorders. What about all the jockeys?
Well, they also chose that because they're like 5'2". Dude, if I stood next to it, dude, I'd be Patrick
Ewing.
You know how
fucking scary it's got to be 5'2" to be on a fucking horse running 40 miles an hour? It's got to be terrifying. You're like a kid's backpack on the back of this fucking thing, hanging on for dear life. Right? They give you a little fucking yardstick to try to make the thing go faster. I mean, that's got to be.
Yeah.
You know what the most fucked up one was it Bill Shoemaker? I think that was his name, the greatest jockey, winningest jockey of all time.
Shoemaker, wasn't that a driver? Wasn't Shoemaker a driver?
Yeah, Michael Shoemaker, I think, was a driver, but there was wasn't there a Shoemaker? I don't know. If we had someone to look it up, we'd fucking look. Whatever. The fucking guy rides horses his whole career, wins all these races, and then he retires and gets into a car accident, and then he breaks his neck.
Oh my God!
Nuts is that?
That's Mel Schumacher.
Nice,
What's his name?
Mel Schumacher, one of the greatest jockeys of all time.
Why did I think Bill?
He broke his neck. He broke his neck not riding a horse. That's like, that's
like in an SUV or something like that. Maybe it was the airbag. If he's, you can't have a kid in the front seat, and it comes out, smashes him in the face,
But I would imagine riding a horse like that at that size is kind of like, look at people that ride motorcycles, like that motocross shit. Like that's, I mean, Talk about being on something that's so powerful.
Yeah, but the bike doesn't decide it's going to throw you off. I mean, you can fuck up or hit a patch and that can throw you off, but the bike can't get like spooked or like
Right.
just like decide like I don't want you on my back anymore.
Yeah, that's weird when a horse just stops.
Or it freaks out, and just stops and just sends you
dig
flying.
in and they stop and the guy just goes flying on the rail. They showed one guy just get like bounce off the railing. He just, but
I don't know. I was always a fan of the Three Stooges, so I kind of enjoy those highlights. No, you'd never catch me on a horse. I've ridden a couple of horses. You never. I don't like doing it. I get up to a horse. I really like him, and then the ones that I ride, dude, they don't look like the ones in the Kentucky Derby. They just got the shit kicked out of them. And you come up and they're just looking at you.
Yeah,
like, I know, buddy. I'm sorry.
Look like a fucking homeless guy.
Wife wanted to do it. I'm sorry, buddy. Then I just sort of scratched their neck a little bit. And they're like, oh, there's somebody with a little bit of empathy. And I don't even try to determine how fast they go. If you want to just chill, if you want to stop, dude, I get it. I'll fucking get off you. It's so fucked up.
Now, horseback riding. I went horseback riding once, and it was just so slow and like monotone, and it was just like going through. And after like, I was like, with this poor thing, it's hot out. It was walking up a mountain. It was just
fucking their mane is all fucking on.
But let me ask you this:
ratty and shit,
Isn't running for 2 minutes in a sprint and then being treated like a god in the stable where you could? Better than somebody.
I don't think you get treated like a god, but they definitely treat you nice. But then there's also like, look, that's like at that level. But then everybody else gets treated like a road comic. They got you in the comedy condo stable. They're shooting you up with shit, right? Stanhope was there the week before, and God knows what he did to the stable.
Well, this episode is brought to you by Helix Mattress, guys. Helix has a sleep quiz that takes 2 minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleep preference to for the perfect mattress for you. Why would you buy a mattress that's made for somebody else? With Helix, you're getting a mattress that is perfect for you, the way you sleep. Everybody's unique, and Helix knows that. So they have several mattress models to choose from. They have soft, medium, and firm. Me and my wife actually got the medium, and with all my back problems, seriously, I love this mattress. It's my favorite mattress. I'm not even just saying that. It's actually been amazing. Except my kids come into my bed and I don't even get it every day of the week, but it's my favorite mattress. They have soft, medium, and firm mattresses, great for cooling. That's right. If you're a hot sleeper, they have a cooling system in there, and even Helix Plus mattress for you plus size sleepers. Okay. Oh, the big boys.
I love the hot sleepers. Like, what kind of stress do they have in their fucking life?
No, dude, I know people that are hot under the sheets and shit, and these mattresses help it.
Are the feds on the other side of the door? Sorry.
It's been awesome getting unboxing videos. So many. Wait.
That's the right line. It's been awesome getting unboxing videos from so many of you who have also found the Helix mattress of your dreams. Continue, Paul.
Yes. So if you're looking for a mattress, take the quiz, you order the mattress that you're matched to, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free. What more do you want? It's free. You don't ever need to go to the mattress store again. Helix is awesome, but you don't need to take my word for it. Helix has award-winning #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 and by GQ and Wired magazine. Just go to helixsleep.com/better. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will. Guys, I'm not kidding you. No back pain. No back pain. I love this mattress. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/better. That's Helix, sleep.com/better, up to $200 off and 2 free pillows, guys. What else do you need? Get the mattress.
Hey, Paul, is there anything better than making it through a read?
Yeah, it's
I always feel like once we read out loud, everybody thinks they can be a comedian. All right, here we go. Look who it is, everybody. My bookie. How the fuck you doing? March is here and the madness has officially begun. Paul, is there anything better than being a bettor when you play at my bookie? Anything?
No, nothing.
Imagine laying on your Helix mattress, putting in bets at mybookie.com. Personally, I don't think there's anything better because these guys know what they're doing. Right now, you have the chance to select the winners from 63 tournament games in the MyBookie bracket contest for a chance to win 10 grand in cash prizes, and it's only $1 to enter. All right? Jesus Christ, that's a hell of a return on your money. It doesn't matter whether you're filling out multiple brackets, being the national championship winner, or betting the national championship winner, or simply looking for a player and game props. MyBookie has you covered. Sign up today at mybookie.ag and use promo code BETTER to secure a deposit bonus up to $1,000. And make sure you use our promo so they know that we hooked you up. That's promo code BETTER at mybookie.com to claim your first deposit bonus. College ball, NBA, and NHL, no matter what the sport is, no matter the minute, MyBookie puts the action in your hands with in-game live betting. And with choices, it should be, from thousands of lines and odds, you can turn any game day into payday. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. And lastly, but not leastly, Paul, Stamps.com. Let's face it, taking trips to the post office is probably not how you want to spend your time. That's why we recommend mailing and shipping online at Stamps.com. Stamps.com allows you to mail and ship anything, anytime, anywhere, right from your own computer. You can send letters, ship packages, and pay a lot less with discounted rates from the United States Postal Service and UPS and more. Stamps.com brings the services of the U.S. Postal Service and UPS right to your computer. Stamps.com is a must-have for any business. Whether you're a small business sending out invoices, an online shipper, seller shipping out orders, or even a giant warehouse sending thousands of packages a day, it doesn't matter. Stamps.com can handle all of it with ease. Simply use your computer to print out U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. Once your mail is ready, just schedule a pickup or drop it off. It's that simple. With Stamps.com, you get discounts up to 40% off post office rates and up to 62% off UPS shipping rates. Stop wasting time and money. Going to the post office, go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk, and use the promo code BETTER. You get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contacts. Just go to Stamps.com. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in BETTER, BETTER, for all you public school kids out there. That's Stamps.com, promo code BETTER. Stamps.com, never go to the post office again. I'm kidding. I always tell that story. And when I was coming up, every fucking club I worked at, it just seemed, man, we had Stan up here last week. He did this and that. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
The
first time I met stand-up, I think I brought up, like, dude, can you go easy on the comedy condos?
The comedy condo is one of the grossest things in our business. It is the first thing that you just nix.
The rug is the rug. The rug under the bed. It's just like, you just don't even want to fuck it. I used to do a bit saying the cure for AIDS is under the bed in that rug, because you need a little bit of the virus.
I used to bring my own sheets and pillowcases because I didn't know who was sleeping on that shit, what comic was in there, what was going on. Yeah, but no, now it's over. Now it's a deal breaker. I mean, it would never be done now, but if early on when I started featuring, I go, listen, man, just anything, but
if you read up on hotels, they never switch out that comforter.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh yeah, dude. That's just, it's just, it's a shit show.
Hilton's and the good ones do.
Yeah, tell yourself that, Paul. Tell yourself.
No, the 5 stars, definite. No.
They changed the sheets.
But if I go down and talk to them and I'm like, look, I just got here. I can't have that. I need another one, a comforter. They'll do it.
Well, I mean, I've never managed a hotel. I imagine, depends on how. I would come, no, I can't. You gotta fucking, if you do that, I'd be like, I'm sorry. Are you staying here, sir? You don't strike me as being the Hilton clientele.
Oh, dude, my father, you only met my father once. My father is, for the people listening.
I thought I met him more than one time, didn't I?
You met my father on my 33rd birthday after we performed.
Carnegie Hall. Yeah, I remember that.
That's the only time you saw my dad or met him. And, it's weird. We just got a weird relationship that I'm obviously not going to get into now, but I don't see my dad often. And when I do see my dad, like my dad is so, like my dad would be absolutely disgusted and horrified that I was wearing an Adidas t-shirt on a podcast. My dad went into a pizzeria in Yonkers. This is true. Not even trying to be funny. With $1,100 alligator shoes on that had a solid gold buckle on top of them. And then he wears leather jacket in the winter. Like every season he's got so he loves when it gets cold because he wears this leather that's got fur around the collar, and he wears he'll wear really big gaudy sunglasses.
Wait, does it tie in the middle? Those jackets were the shit back in the day.
Dude, it was like fur around the collar, a zip up leather, but soft leather. He'd have shoes on with like gold buckles, and he would wear gaudy sunglasses at night.
Wearing 9 different animals. All of them are endangered. I love this guy.
Dude, he's going to get a regular slice of pizza. And he comes out, he's got glasses on. And this one woman was looking at my dad, and she's just staring at him. And he's walking to the car, and me and my brother were there. And I never saw my dad in a real social setting with other people other than us when we visited him. And he just goes, he stops and he takes his glasses off and he looks at the woman. And he goes, I owe you money. And she goes, excuse me? And he goes, no, I'm just saying, do I owe you money? Because the last person that stared at me like that, I owed him money. Dude, it was I've never seen another person just get frozen, had nothing to say, and
I wouldn't have had anything to say.
And then he just put his glasses back on and went in the car. And it was the most gangster shit I've ever seen. Because the way he did it, he just goes, I owe you money. And she just froze. And me and my brother looked at each other, and he goes, no, I'm just saying I owe you money. Because like nobody's ever looked at me like that unless I owed them money. And then we got in the car and left. And it was, Bill, I swear to God, it was one of like the greatest memories I have of my father. How crazy is that?
I mean, dude, that's one for the ages right there. That's a great one.
I mean, it's a weird thing.
You know what really made it powerful? That he stopped.
Yeah.
Then took off the glasses and looked, if you keep walking, someone has the opportunity to be like, yeah, fuck you with your raccoon coat or whatever,
I mean, she was probably looking at somebody shouldn't dress like that to go to a pizzeria. But
he's probably trying to recognize him from the news. I bet he looked like a Don. Yeah. That's a hell of an outfit, dude. She's probably looking at him. Are you famous? Is that Tony Curtis? Who is this? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I would love to hear her version of the story. So I'm sitting there and this man comes in dressed like a gangster. Okay.
That's literally how
he probably just got out of jail. Fur, leather, alligator, a gold buckle.
Yeah, rings, pinky rings, watches.
He looked like Al Capone.
My dad would be in the car.
Prejudice against Italians. Well, what's the world coming to?
In this day and age.
In this day and age?
My father, one time we're at a red light, and he saw a guy, and my dad just looked at me and Christian. He goes, "You see that? That's a shame. You see that?" He goes, "A grown man in a Honda. It's a shame." And just drove away. Like dude, I grew up with. So I think that's kind of why the chain like this to my father is a chicken wire. My father be embarrassed I was wearing this. He actually said, he goes, "You can't wear chicken wire. What are you wearing chicken fence for?"
That's chicken wire. That's like an ankle bracelet to him.
I told you, dude. My dad watches rap videos for the jewelry. He told me he actually said, he goes, I don't go for that rap shit, but these rappers know their jewelry. Dead serious. He used to watch Outkast videos and be like, they get it. He goes, the rappers get it. You got to have gaudy pieces.
You know how funny that is that he was sitting there watching with the sound down? I'm like, oh, it'd be funny if like a hip hop fan's walking by and seeing this old Italian guy, like he doesn't know the sounds down. Sticks his head in, yo, you like Onyx? No, I just like the watches. The fuck out of my window. Oh.
You ever go to a rap concert growing up in college or anything?
No, not even remotely. I'm trying to think if I've ever even seen. It just was like I went to hair metal shit, hair metal, and then I started stand up in '92, and yeah, that was it. It was really like where I grew up. It was you were taking your life in your hands because you were going to be the only like white guy there. Or at least they made it seem like that. But I was so. What's funny now is now I go back and listen to all these groups I should have listened to. I follow Quest, and he's always bringing up all these old school, all kinds of like if you want like to really up your knowledge in music, you gotta watch that guy. You gotta follow him on Instagram.
Oh, dude, I know.
It's like a TED talk on music, and then he also is really good about shout outs about when people pass away and like I don't give a shit how obscure somebody played the fucking bongos on some classic beat that people then rapped over. He'll give you the whole background on that, and he had something too that was coming out that I wanted to sign up for. I just don't have enough hours in the day. That was just like someday if my life slows down a little bit, that is something that I would love to just sit on the porch and just listen to this guy's knowledge. Dude, that guy's knowledge of music and who came before and how we got here is second to none.
I listened to the Roots in high school. I saw a bunch of stuff. No, he knows he's great, that guy. He there's a whole other story, but we got to wrap this up in a second. But I saw Busta Rhymes and Jay-Z at University of Albany.
What year?
I saw probably 98.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
98, 99.
You caught them right. And it was right after Biggie died, right?
And
it was like a year later.
Yeah, Jay-Z came out. He had a Indianapolis Colts football jersey on. I'm trying to think who it was because it was 99. So it might have been a Dickerson or something. He came out with something, and Busta Rhymes. I also saw Method Man and Redman. One of the most impressive things I ever saw was we went to see Wyclef at Vassar College, and this fucking dude, I mean, it was funny though, because there were just like all these like white kids going nuts. He would just say something bad about George Bush, and all these white kids were like, "This is nuts." It was like there was just all these liberal kids. It was like these liberal kids, like Martin Luther King speech. It was hilarious.
I always felt like there was 9 more people on stage than needed to be at a rap concert, just swinging towels around. They looked like they were at a Steelers game. They looked like they were at a Steelers game. Oh, Steve Harvey does that?
Oh, Steve Harvey did that on Kings of Comedy. He goes, yeah.
Wait, did I see that? Because I saw
40 guys running around, but Wyclef took the
guitar. Did he do the towel thing too, or no?
No, I don't know if he did the towel thing.
Oh, okay.
Wyclef took a guitar and played the national anthem with his mouth it was one of the sickest
things. Who did that first?
I don't know.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix. That's a Jimi Hendrix move.
Okay, so he did it, and it sounded nuts. And then you brought this up. I went to an Onyx concert once, and I swear to God, they had that song, "Throw Your Guns in the Air," and "Bup, bup," like you just don't care, right? And I'm standing there, and they come out hard, and these dudes just had all black hoodies on up, and I'm just standing there. And he goes, "Yeah, I'll never forget this." He goes, "Yeah, everybody throw your guns up." And the beat of the song comes up. Everyone's like, go like this with their guns up. And he said something along the lines of like, "Yeah, and if there's any of these white motherfuckers out there, you know where to point them." I swear to God. And I'm just standing there like this, Bill, with my hood on. I was like, I just backed out. I just fucking slowly backed out. And I was like, I'm going to skip this song.
You could have shaped your beard up more. You could have passed for Puerto Rican maybe with your hood up. just pull one sweatpant leg up. Remember the late 90s with the one sweatpant leg up?
Oh, that's great. That's
the
great.
closest I ever came to any of that world was when Caroline's was trying to sign Patrice. I've told this story before.
Wait, who was?
Caroline's was trying to sign Patrice. Louis Ferranda.
Represent him.
Manage, yeah.
Got it.
Patrice was still living in Boston, as was I. So to show him like how much they understood black people, Puff Daddy was having a birthday party at Caroline's. This is where he was. Because Biggie was just, I bet if we hung around, Biggie would have showed up. Because
Biggie was at club. Biggie used to go to Def Comedy Jam. Biggie was cool with comedy.
He wasn't at. There's no way he wouldn't have showed up for his birthday, but he wasn't there yet. I just didn't know enough to hang. So I was there, and there was Heavy D was there, Method Man was there, Puff Daddy was there. All of these people were there. They tried to do a comedy show. Poor Ed Lover hosting the show, and he kept making fun of people going like, come on, you're going to get a deal. You're going to get a deal. Try and listen. So anyway, that part's cut out. Yeah, so this person he made fun of
was not happy.
Had a champagne flute and threw it and went right by Ed Lover's head, smashed against the wall. And
wow.
Nothing was done. Ed played it off and kept going. And I just remember thinking that was the first time I realized that money didn't change you as far as like, I just thought if you had $1 million, you were just happy all the time. Just walking around like, hey, you guys want to get some ice cream? You know, I got $1 million.
Wait, did you perform on that?
Huh?
Did you perform on that?
No. Fuck no. Fuck no. I would have a few years later, but I did not perform on it. I was just standing there, just like it was overwhelming for me, but I think with Patrice too, it was kind of like, you know, he was coming from his mother's house, their condo up in Boston, and he went down there and got sucked into like what we were listening to on the radio, which was, you know, we didn't have a lot of exposure to fame or anything like that. I remember the closest thing we had was like when famous comics would come to headline at the Comedy Connection Faneuil Hall, or like, what's his face there? Ed McMahon came for Star Search looking for talent. What it really was, it was close to the end of that show's run. So they were trying to drum up publicity to get people to keep watching. So he was sort of sitting in the corner having drinks, hanging out with some, you know, his wife or whatever. It was fucking cool. And I think I got a call back for that. Was it that one? Something like that. One of the ones, or the MTV showcase, one of those things I got a call back for.
It's funny how we care about people that don't do what we do approving of us. Right? You ever think about that? Somebody that might even not even know comedy that much. You go, hey man, I like your stuff, or hey, I don't like, and we take it seriously. And I'm like, I don't.
Well, because they're successful in what they did.
Yes.
I remember one time doing stand up at the Comedy Cellar, and William Shatner was there, and he wasn't laughing, and I was like, oh man, he didn't think I was funny. He made it. He's famous. I must stink. And then years later, I realized, like, wait a minute, he's William Shatner.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there waiting for somebody to do their awful William Shatner impression, because other than like Jack Nicholson, every comedian would do like the.
I had Michael.
Kirk, you got to.
I had Michael Strahan sitting next to me while I'm on stage at the stand, and Strahan is right there. And I'm doing this joke, and I hear him laughing, and I know he's laughing, right? And he was there to watch one of his friends go on stage. So now we're all done, and I just did a good job in front of the fucking giant, man, you know? Yeah. So I'm outside, and his friend comes out and goes, hey man, when Mike comes out, dude, just everybody, like, he was here to watch me perform, just like no pictures, anything like that. And I'm like, fuck, man, I just did good, but I'm not going to ask. And like, you know, the way they say comedians want to be rock stars, fuck that. I never want to be a rock star. I don't want to be a musician. I want to be an athlete. So like for me, you know that about me. Like I didn't give a fuck about music. I cared about athletes. So I wanted to meet him, and I would have asked him for a picture because he was a Giant, and I love the Giants. So he's like, man, no pictures, everybody. You mind? And I'm like, fuck. So all of a sudden, Strahan comes out. And this is like the day he got into it with that girl with his ex in the building. And he comes out and he smiles. Hey, what's going on? And he just looks over at me and he goes, hey man, good shit. And then I was like, I'm asking. He came up, you're funny, man. And he put his arm around me. I go, hey, dude, you mind? I'm a huge Giants fan. He goes, yeah, of course. Dude, I put my arm, I think I told this story. I told the story on Good Morning Football. I put my arm around him. And I was so excited that I was taking a picture with Michael Strahan. I leaned over right before the picture and I go, dude, 07 changed my life. And I go, what did I just? And he must have
looked. That's a cool thing to say.
07 changed my life. I mean, yeah. I'm a grown man, dude.
Dude, they won the Super Bowl. They beat the undefeated Patriots. That's a great thing.
Changed my life is a little. He must have been like, oh, changed my life. You know. So what's this guy got going on?
Oh, but you think sports fans how dumb we are? You think that's the dumbest shit he ever heard? I got a new dish. It's called the Strahan. Just hear me out. And he's got to sit there listening to that shit, trying to get into his fucking car.
Andrew,
all right, buddy. Thanks for watching. What? I watch you every week. You can't listen to my sandwich?
I'm going to tell Andrew, I know we got to go, but I got to tell Bill this because this has been on my mind and I've never talked about it. I'm going to say it now. When we did the Garden, something bothered me and it bothers me to this day and I'm okay with it, but I'll just talk about it. I don't care. So we did the Garden the second time in the round and Joe B hosted and I went up there and, you know, I got a lot of great things happen because of it. I felt like I had one of the sets of my life and we're in the other room and I'm floating like it's surreal. Like this didn't just fucking happen. Joe B looked at me and Joe B goes like this. Joe B goes, it's never going to get better than this. Because it's never going to get better than this right here. And you know, it was just, we're elated. And I remember, that's what he said. It's never going to get better than this. And Joe G was there and Joe G came in and Joe G goes, oh, dude, Chris Rock and Questlove just said like, you guys killed, like you killed. So I was like, cool. So then I'm walking and Chris Rock sees me and it's just, there's a time where it's just me and him. It's just me and him. And he saw me and he looked and he knew it was me because I heard what he just said about my set. And he was going to say something and did it. And I was going to say something and did it. And they just walked and I'm like, man, should he have said? And then Questlove, he kind of looked and didn't say anything. And it always bugged me. But then I realized they don't owe that to me. You know what I mean? Like, but it's just one of those things where when you do, it is funny how, especially with a musician, I don't need that, but it's like, you kind of are like, fuck, I would have loved that.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paul, I ever tell you what it's like to lose a Grammy? Dude, it's like a sketch.
Really?
So I was the only person, because of COVID or whatever, I was the only person there. So they go to me, they're introducing your category. So I'm sitting there like right off camera and the guy has a Grammy and he starts moving it towards me and I go, holy shit, I'm looking at him like I won. He goes, no, just in case you win. And he's holding it there, dude, like he's going to take a hand off. And then they go, and the Grammy goes to somebody else. And then he goes, becomes a play action fake. He pulls it in. Then he throws in something. Dude, when I tell you 2.5 minutes later, you are standing in a parking lot wondering what the fuck just happened. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. It hurt my feelings for like 4 hours. I was trying to act like it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, it's just like, dude, an award show is the funniest fucking thing ever. Because you go there and you're nominated and people are like, you're nominated. And within one sentence, you go from being nominated to a loser.
But you would rather not be nominated?
I mean, I don't give a I mean, I thought I didn't give a shit. Evidently, I did. What is that? Oh, you got the video of it?
Yeah, I low-key got your entire thing.
Yeah. He got the whole thing in case he's fucking douchebag.
So that's the guy with the mask holding it next to Bill. I don't know
there it is.
So Bill, would you honestly, like, going back, honestly, would you want to be nominated?
No, absolutely. But
Yeah.
I was not prepared because I was thinking that all you want to do is just be nominated. That's great. That's fucking, it's a win-win. I mean, if I get it, it's fucking great. But it was just, I think you'd rather be like not there. I think being not there, to have the Grammy like right here, not you.
Can you give me a heads up that it's not going to be me so I don't have to come?
Yeah, it was, no. Dude, I can't even tell you how much fucking fun I had presenting. I was sitting there going like, this might not be, I don't know, this might be weird. And I had, dude, I was fucking, camera crew, everybody was laughing, having a great time, dude. We just had like the best time. And then like the other presenters, one of the women before me was also nominated for a Grammy. So she fucking had the same thing and they took it away. So we were like laughing about it in the parking lot.
Why do they do that? Why do they hold it there in front?
Because they got it, because you got to like go.
Oh,
you got it. It's funny. They were acting like it was on TV. It was the fucking internet. They didn't have to do that, but it was. I'm not gonna tell you, dude. It was a.
Dude, I'm Sicilian. You know what I would do?
It was a flare chop, huh?
I get hurt. I'm Sicilian. I get hurt.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I had so much fun going down there and presenting and doing on that. I would do it again to lose. That's how much fun it was. But it's just now you just had to be mentally prepared.
What did they do with
I also
COVID?
know now to ask, am I on the part that's going to be on TV? Because if it isn't, I'm going to Men's Warehouse, okay?
Hey, I dropped 3 stacks on this thing, okay?
Oh, yeah. I dropped some March Madness numbers on this fucking suit.
All right, guys. Well, you know what? We have a great segment at the end of the show today. We are going to be teaming back up with Monkey Knife Fight. We are going to be.
By the way, congratulations to Tiffany Haddish. So I don't want to make this seem like it's a weird thing. Who, by the way, I hung out with her, me and my wife one time at a party, dude. And I'm telling you, one of the craziest, funniest fucking people I've ever hung out with. Like, she was saying such crazy shit. My wife, like, ran away, like, embarrassed. It's a long story. She went up to this fucking dude, like, we were joking, and she went up and said something to this fucking guy, man, and it was just like, she's fucking hilarious. So I don't want to see. I was just talking personally with my little thing there. Everybody on the fucking internet tries to turn nothing into something. I'm getting sick of it. Getting sick of it, Paul. That's why I'm going to stay on the internet. All right.
End of this the last segment of the show will be teaming up with Sean Green, also Kramer. They were doing the Monkey Knife Fight prop bets for the NCAA men's basketball tournament. I was talking shit about Gonzaga. I'm riding that undefeated train. Why wouldn't I? It's in my DNA. Enjoy that segment and check out Monkey Knife Fight, man. Yes, guys, I'm going to be at the Orlando Improv March 24th. I'm going to be at the West. Who am I? I'm going to be at the West Palm Beach Improv on the 25th. I'm Paul Virzi. Who am I? And then I'm going to be in Oklahoma City, April 1 through 3 at the Bricktown Comedy Club. Check out all my dates on paulvirzi.com.
All right. Now, Paulie, you know what time it is. Huh? It's time for March Madness. We got Sean Green and Ryan Kramer from Monkey Knife Fight. Our favorite thing to say here, Monkey Knife Fight, the sports gambling podcast. I don't want to brag or anything, guys, but I kind of crushed it on all of my Super Bowl bets. I got everything from the coin toss to the color of the Gatorade. Just saying.
Yeah. As soon as the blue Gatorade got dumped, my Twitter feed got lit up. I'm just everyone. I told you, blue Gatorade. Burr had it right. Yeah, you nailed it, man. And you were all over your buddy Brady and the Bucks, and man, that was
passive aggressive. Paul, do you hear that? All over your buddy Brady. It couldn't be that I just knew he was going to win. It's my buddy now.
You're a Brady backer, and
no. I'm a married man. I know passive aggressive statements when I hear them.
gotta throw it under the bus a little bit.
All over your buddy Brady. Okay, go ahead.
No, I mean, again, Great job. And again, not coming into
Why
condescension.
wouldn't I be all over him? He's won 6 out of 9, now 7 out of 10. You're making it seem like I bet some 50-1 horse.
I'm with you, Bill. Easy money. Easy money.
Kramer was on the Bucks as well. You guys cleaned up, man.
I love it.
But what about March Madness? I know we're on the Anything Better podcast, but Virzi, anything better than just watching a shit ton of March Madness games, having some action, actually having the March Madness to talk about?
Listen, I love a favorite, and I'm sticking to it because Gonzaga is not fucking losing. I'm telling you this right now. Gonzaga is undefeated. They're going to stay undefeated. They're the best team in the country. I actually watched them play a little bit. Bill will tell you from experience of our friendship and many years of talking sports on the phone, in hotel rooms, in green rooms. I can't lay off a favorite. And if there was ever a favorite that I had to stick with, it's Gonzaga. So I'm sticking with him.
Loves the regular season. What happens in the regular season in his world is what is going to happen in the playoffs. So if Gonzaga beats some Division III team by 80, he doesn't see it as any. I mean, I used to drive me nuts back in the day when he would talk about quarterbacks that were better than my buddy Brady. And I'd be like, listen, if you want somebody to throw 500 yards in November against a team that isn't going to make the playoffs, this is your guy. But if you want someone to win in January, I need wins in January. So March is different. I'm not saying I don't know shit about college hoop, but I can already tell you just because somebody's undefeated in the regular season, that does not carry as much weight as my striped friend here is trying to tell you.
No, listen. I mean, yeah, Gonzaga has looked really good, but you're right. When these teams are undefeated in the regular season, it's just so much pressure leading up to eventually a letdown game. I mean, I like Gonzaga to maybe make it to the Final Four, but to win it all, I think it's a little crazy. I'm going with the team like Michigan. Already got a couple tough losses out of the way. You know, now they know what it's like to lose. They don't want that taste in their mouth. And Gonzaga, they just seem to every year we go through this, Ryan, with Gonzaga where they look so good, they dominate the WAC, and then tournament time.
The WAC, they're in a minimal security prison. Okay. If you play on Tobacco Road or you're in the Big Ten, I mean, that's like, you got to make a shank.
Fellas, wire to wire. It's over.
I'm with you, Paul, actually. I think it's becoming popular.
Off of Paul.
It's becoming popular to find a reason to pick against the best team in the country. And we've seen this in every other sport, Sean. The best team has come home and raised the trophy at the end of the year. So I think it happens again. Paul and I are uniting against.
And you know what? That Gonzaga coach, it's that Gonzaga coach's time. Okay. That dude has been knocking on the door for a while. He's finally got the team to do it. And I saw them play.
Paul, I'm taking that action.
Yeah.
I've not watched them once this year.
Bill and I are going to be booking Paul and Kramer's action on Gonzaga to win it all.
I'll take that all day. I'll root for him because I would love to see somebody out of the WAC win it all. But like, dude, you come on, man. This is like you got bum ass fights here. You're undefeated playing a bunch of who are they playing out there?
I expected to hear Virzi, being right there in the Jersey area, Big East basketball, talking about Georgetown, the fact that Patrick Ewing won it as a player and as a coach, Cinderella story. But you're going chalk with Gonzaga, Virzi.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when I watched them play, the rebounding, the big guys down there, and here's the other thing. I saw Gonzaga get tested. They were getting tested by, I think it was BYU.
Yep.
BYU was testing them. BYU was beating them. Okay.
BYU.
Yeah. BYU was beating them though. And BYU was beating them pretty good. And people are going, oh, this is the game that Gonzaga gives it up. And you know what? Like the fucking champions that they are.
Mormons. Are you chanting that at the game, Paul? Nothing scares a hoop player when he hears Mormons chanting.
Like champions, the Zags fucking won it. Like the champions that they are. They fucking came back and they won it.
They went to Utah and conquered.
Granted, they were playing a bunch of fucking white kids from BYU. But, they
don't get a lot.
Do you have a gig at Gonzaga coming up? My God, this is crazy.
That are going to win it.
You're talking about Coach K.
They're gonna win it, man. They're gonna win it. I'll put fucking 500 on it. I'll put. What do you
I
want?
got that. I'll take that. Send that this way, buddy.
Oh wow.
Wait, but are you taking? Yeah, but so you're taking the easy way out. You're gonna just pick one of 30-something teams. I mean, who's gonna win it?
The easy way out, Paul, is knowing that you're all over it. I'm telling you.
Fade the mush. It doesn't get any
It's the Bush of the Bronx. Tear up your ticket.
Come on, Kryptonite. Come on.
The huge favorite who won everything. Yeah, it didn't. I'm fading Virzi just because we were on the same side in the Super Bowl and it didn't work out for us taking the favorite. Bill, who do you like? Any teams? I know you're not
my team. I got 3 teams that I like, that I root for: Michigan, Kansas, and Duke. So out of the 3 of them, the ones who had the best year is Michigan. I like their uniforms. I'm just kidding. I'm a housewife here, dude. I haven't watched enough. I saw some kid on Tennessee throw it down though.
Oh yeah, there was some elbows going. Yeah,
I'm going Michigan.
Yeah.
Hail to the victors, fuck Gonzaga. They didn't play anybody. Hail to Michigan. I'm taking $500 off Virzi.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if you saw, Bill, but Juwan Howard, their coach, he was getting into it. I always got to support a team whose coach isn't afraid to get scrappy, start yelling at the other coach. And it's been hilarious in these COVID times where the coach is wearing the mask until he needs to pull it down and yell right in the ref's face. You can almost see the droplets coming out of it.
You're going to hear my point and take this virus. That's how mad I am at you.
It's like, why even wear these masks, or the coaches who wear the creepy clear mask? It's just so unsettling and they still, again, just pull it down anytime they need to yell, completely defeating the purpose of the mask.
That happened last night. The Knicks had a heartbreaker against the 76ers.
Oh, yes.
Tom Thibodeau's fucking mask was on his chin. His shirt was out. His boxer shorts, his fucking boxer shorts were over his fucking dress, his button down. And it was like Corona didn't matter anymore. It's like,
it's like
us on a call.
Why do they make him wear the mask if they're just going to pull it down to yell at these refs? Interesting little side note: 6 of the refs already have been replaced for March Madness. 1 tested positive, and the other 6 went out to lunch for them. Bill, I know you're not afraid to be a conspiracy theorist at times. Any shenanigans potentially with the refs here?
I just don't. There's no upside for it for college basketball. They own those kids. They don't pay them. I think when you get to the pros, like. I think if they were going to be shaving points or doing something nuts like that, I don't think that they would get rid of a whole fleet of referees. I mean, it's a little too convenient for me. I don't like it. I like there was only one mobbed up ref in the NBA in the 2000s. I love that.
Tim Donaghy was a solo actor. No one else was involved. Donaghy, I listened to some interviews. The guy's hilarious. He admits to being involved in these scandals, but he insists that the games he bet on, he didn't adjust the way he called the game, which is the craziest thing. Like, he admit that he was involved with the mob, admitted everything else, but tried to still keep some ref integrity there.
I'm a dirtbag, but I got a line. Okay.
Exactly. I just happened to.
I said no fucking kids.
So wait a minute though. Wait a minute. Let's real quick, Bill, let's get to this bet. So 500, I'm putting all the 500. You're just saying someone's going to take them out. You have it a little easier there.
Oh, that's not the kind of thing. That's not who I am. How long have you known me? First of all, I'm not taking $500 of your hard-earned money. All right.
So what are we going to do?
Steak and a cigar.
Okay.
And before you take your first bite, you have to say whoever loses, you have to be like, insert name here. God damn it.
You were right.
You've never been more right in your life, and it is an honor for me to pick up this check. And I will buy dessert also. I'm just saying Michigan's going to go further than Gonzaga.
That's
the bet. And that's probably even money. And Bill was talking about being married. You know, Yeah, it's a classic married guy thing. The bet is he just wants to hear someone else say they're right. I can't. That's as a married guy. That's my fantasy. No longer, two chicks at the same time. Just the wife to go. You know what? After all this, you were right. Moving on.
I just want to be heard. I just want to be heard.
Listen to me, sweetheart.
Can't you love me?
We got some awesome games here. Again, Monkey Knife Fight. That's the place to go. They got college basketball, March Madness tournament bets. We got prop bets for these players. Again, use that promo code Burr, get a free $5 play and $100 or 100% deposit match up to $50 using the promo code Burr. monkeyknifefight.com. The first 4 game, again, there were 64 teams, not enough for all the action. Had to crowbar 4 more teams in. Kicking things off Thursday night, UCLA, Michigan State. Pretty good historic matchup. Two kind of like powerhouses. Not great years for either teams. UCLA kind of coming in cold. Tip off 6:57 on the East Coast. We got 2 player props, more or less on these points. Michigan State forward Aaron Henry, 16.5 points. Kramer, I'll let you kick it off. Over under, more or less 16.5.
I mean, he's the NBA prospect too. So if you're an NBA guy, this guy is going to be playing in the league. And I think if you like Michigan State, you like Henry to score over 16.5 points. Sean, as you know, I like UCLA in this one, so I'm going to take the under.
Oh, okay. You're going under. Virzi, what are you? Where are you at here? Michigan State forward, 16.5 points. First, this is actually the late game on Thursday night, getting the tournament started.
I like UCLA too. So 16.5 points. He's got to get 17.
Yep.
I'm going to take the under.
Okay.
Like it.
Lock it up.
Taking the under.
Now he's going anti-chalk. Burr, what are you doing here? Over under 16.5 points. Aaron Henry, pretty good forward for Michigan State.
I was loving the under, then Virzi said under. So I don't know here.
I'm with you.
I was in my head not knowing even know who this kid is.
Hey, I got all the unders right at the Super Bowl.
Huh?
All the unders of the yards that I said passing from Mahomes and Brady, I got right when I said the under for the Super Bowl.
You sound like a community college right now, trying to be number 1 in something.
Your niche, number 1 pamphlet school in the Rhode Island region.
We have the coldest Coca-Cola in any cafeteria.
The best
in the Simi Valley area.
The best cool vending machine in the break room. Yes, sir.
Normally, I would say that I'm thinking this kid who I've never seen play, who I've already forgotten his name. This is
Aaron Henry.
Aaron Henry. I would say that he's feeling the pressure. Normally, and he'd be a little tight on this first game. However, these kids grew up with Instagram, right? They know what it's like to hit their marks, say it, be funny. They've handled criticism and all of this crap. Everybody's all one and done now. Everybody's sick with it, I believe is what the kids say. I'm going to go positive.
Trip. All right.
Just so we have something to talk about. I say the kid scores 21.
Ooh, I like that. I'm going over. He showed up big when they played Michigan, had a nice game. UCLA's defense is kind of falling apart. And Big Ten, they actually played their conference tournament in this bubble site for the tournament. He's used to the rims. He's dialed in. I'm going over 16.5. Moving over to the UCLA side, and I'm sure I'm going to mispronounce this guy's name. Johnny Juzang, guard for the UCLA Bruins, 13.5 points, more or less. Paul, I know you're on UCLA. You going more here?
Yeah, 13. He have that at I'm going to take over. I'm going to say he gets 14.
Yeah, just over. All right, I'm with you. I'm going over, even though I'm on Michigan State for the game, laying 2. I do think this is going to be a little more high scoring than we're used to for a Big Ten Pac-12 game. Kramer,
Pac-12 shows up for the tourney. The Kentucky transfer has a huge game, goes over, scores 30. Ooh, Sean, I'm saying he scores 30.
Oh, all right. Well, you can do some adjusted lines on the Monkey Knife Fight if you really think he's going to go off. I think they have some adjusted stuff here, and you can add in a bunch of players and go like.
Yo, Kramer just got me. Yo, you just got me when you said Kentucky transfer. I just literally saw the bet. I just saw the bet I'm doing when you said Kentucky transfer. So, yeah.
Paul perked up. He's like, "Are you talking about a blue blood program?
I got
some
nuggets.
sort of favorite action here.
I got nuggets. Some chalky action coming your way.
Bill, what about you, man?
I think this kid tries to hang for a little while. Don't know who. I don't even remember his name.
Johnny Juzang.
I write a lot of scripts, so here's my script. This kid tries to hang with them in the first half. He gets about 8. I think he can eke out another 6 in the second half. But this kid, I'm telling you, who's going to rise to the occasion at Michigan State that I've never heard of, he's going to run away in the second half. I think that's what happens. They both go over.
Well, and he's going on that hero's journey for the screenwriters out there. I do appreciate Bill's honesty of just saying, I've never heard of this guy, and he can still hit a talking point and just kind of shows you these talking heads, even though they're pretend. Did you see the clip of Paul Pierce talking about the Sixers and he thought they lost by 36 and he was giving his whole take on the highlights and they had won by 36. Just shows you how tuned out some of these guys are.
Oh, dude, Paul Pierce, when you watch him, he's a good dude, but that guy just is fucking checked out, man.
Yeah.
He does.
The guy who's phoned in a couple gigs. I know the look when I see it. All right.
I've never seen a guy give a fuck less about a post game than Paul Pierce ever.
Yeah.
Well, look, man, that's like an astronaut getting excited that someone else is sitting in the rocket.
Yeah.
Can you tell what's going on with him right now? He's making sure there's no holes in the suit.
Yeah, but give it to some nerd that wants to
at some point. Does anybody care?
He's already been there. He's not going to give a shit. All right. Florida versus Kramer, your Virginia Tech Hokies. Right now, Hokies laying 1. The player props we're going to talk about Friday. East Coast, 12:15 tip. Trey Mon, the guard for Florida, his over under sitting at 17.5. Kramer, I know you're a Hokie diehard. Are you taking the under here?
Listen, the former 5-star recruit is starting to show up in a big way. After going under this total 5 times in a row, Sean, he's gone over the last 5 games. Obviously, end of the season, tournament time. The cameras are bright. He's going to try to do a lot himself here. I think he goes over.
Okay, he's gonna press maybe, but get a lot of shots up.
I think he's finally coming into his own, as they like to say.
Virzi, Florida, SEC country. Trey Mon, you're going under 17.5. Yeah. I'm with you. So I think this is going to be a good game. The spread reflects that, but 18 points against this Virginia Tech defense, which isn't amazing, but isn't bottom barrel.
I'll say this.
I think 18's a lot. Kramer's the only one taking over so far. And you're a Virginia Tech.
I think he gets there even if they're down by a lot. It's kind of like the football analogy. If the quarterback's going to throw for a lot of yards either way, it's kind of the way they've been playing. So yeah, I'm going over.
Burr, where are you at with this one? Trey Mon.
I feel like Florida's a sunnier state, so you can play basketball year round. So these kids are out there playing defense in that humidity. You get them inside in air conditioning, they're going to shut this kid down. Shut him down. I'm going under.
What a relief! Central air. I like that. I like the angle.
They're going to be running downhill the whole game.
Yeah, it's not no humidity in Indianapolis, at least not this time of year.
I mean, we live in
California, man. It is muggy.
You got to adjust to the dry heat. You know,
it's a dry heat. Keve Aluma, and again, Kramer, you can correct me on his pronunciation.
You got Aluma. There you go.
14.5 points. Virginia Tech forward. I'm going to start on this guy. I'm going over here. Yeah. Again, Florida's defense has kind of fallen apart a little bit late. They've really killed me on some bets. So I'm on Virginia Tech for the game. I think Aluma getting 15 is doable here. Kramer, you co-signing?
Completely co-sign. I'd say I think the monkey knife fight folks are fell asleep at the wheel here. His usage has been incredible lately. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't go over.
Calling out the monkey knife fight quonks.
I am. I'm calling out the nerds with the supercomputers. Wrong number here. He goes over.
Are you with him, Virzi?
I am, because he's so into the team and he knows the team so well. He said that. He said that with so much confidence that I'm taking that. Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta trust the guy who's got the inside scoop. Burr, where are you at? over under 14
It's
and a
so
half.
hard to go against Ryan's confidence, but the fact that Virzi was enamored by it, I just got to go against it. I got to go against it. Sean, by the way, I love how your background looks like a Foot Locker the day after Christmas. And just nobody wanted the Eagles jerseys and everything else sold.
There is a
92. Rest his soul, by the way. Rest
You
his
got
soul.
a medium? You got a medium? That's all we got is what's
you
left
can't,
here. So.
you can call it a Foot Locker sale, but you can't go at my boy Reggie White, Minister of Defense.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was Reggie White. Sorry.
No, I said rest his soul. Rest his soul. But that's old school right there.
Yeah, come on.
It was Bill Berge.
That's my entire childhood. I have a Bill Berge custom jersey on the way to hang up next to my Chuck Bednarik, which talking old school from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
My favorite
I
part.
haven't been able to find that. It was a classic NFL clip.
Oh yeah, we talked about that when you were calling it for NFL.
Football game, that guy is just like, oh my God.
Oh man,
he did. I shook his hand at a youth awards banquet, and it looked like it had gone in like a juicer. His pinky was like 90 degrees, and he just had this hand. It was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Bednarik, Hall of Famer. All right, last game we're gonna get to. This one, another should be a classic here. Syracuse, who a lot of people are arguing maybe not deserving to be in the tournament, especially at an 11 seed, not having to play in, going up against San Diego State, the Aztecs. Round one, late night, 6:40 on the East Coast. Buddy Boeheim, of course, his dad is the coach. I've been all in on Buddy Boeheim. The kid is just shooting lights out. 31-point game against Virginia, 16.5, way too low. All in. Buddy Boeheim. Kramer, you've been making fun of me for my love affair with Buddy Boeheim and the Syracuse Orange. Are you brave enough to go under at 16.5?
Two true statements. Buddy is a dog's name.
Yes.
Also, as a youth coach myself, youth girls soccer, if I make the playoffs like we see with Jim, you bet your ass I'm playing my kids the entire goddamn game. So he's going to take all the shots. Buddy Boeheim goes over.
Virzi, where you at with Buddy Boeheim?
Dude, this dude Kramer, I wish you coached you just have the knowledge that if I like, it's like everything you say. I'm just like, I think this kid's got his shit together. Like, I think that a lot of stuff. And I do like the fact that this is Buddy Boeheim's first tournament or no?
No, but this is his first tournament playing meaningful minutes.
He wasn't getting a ton of action on their previous tournaments.
And that's what she said.
I think he goes, it's 16.5 is a great number, but you know what? I think he chucks him up. I think he chucks him up to, press his old man and show people it's Buddy Boeheim time. It's I go over 17 points for the kid.
And that is I know you're not a Virzi, you're not a gambling tout, but that is right in toolkit number 1 of the gambling tout. This is a great number. Yeah. Gives yourself a lot of wiggle room. As a guy who's given out a bunch of bad picks, if you start out by complimenting the number,
most
give
people
yourself
have
some
no
nice
idea
leeway.
how numbers are created or what a number is. So they get very impressed when you talk about the number as if you know something.
Oh wow,
it's very important.
Shout out to them. Great job over at Monkey Knife Fight. Burr.
Go either way.
Yes. It'll all depend on who shows up.
If you guys want to see a great gambling movie, watch Owning Mahoney. I'm trying to get through it. It's done so well as far as Philip Seymour Hoffman. Well, I probably shouldn't say that on a gambling website. It's a feel good movie where he wins every time. All right. But as far as Buddy Boeheim, is that his name?
Boeheim, but yeah.
Boeheim, let me tell you something, buddy. There's only room for one BB in this entertainment business, and you're looking at him. I'm taking the under. I say they shut you down, buddy.
Lock it up.
Buddy is the name of a stock car driver, Buddy Baker. Right?
That's
another BB.
That's true. That's a real human too. I thought it was just a dog name.
Baseball player, Buddy Bell. Not a basketball player until he shows up and scores more than 17.5, which will not happen.
Lock it up on the under.
And don't worry, most gambling movies end like Uncut Gems, so it's cool. It's another sunny day movie.
I mean, that's how I have a problem. You watch that movie, not going to spoil the end, but kind of a rough ending, and just leaving the theater, I'm like, I got to figure out how he got that 7-teamer in. Like, and I got to get me one of those stones. That stone was good luck, man.
What was that movie with What was the movie with Pacino and McConaughey, where McConaughey was like his guy?
2 for the money.
2 for the money.
The Brandon
for the money. But
story.
the whole point of that movie was it's basically after all the shit they went through, he goes, it's a coin toss. Like, with the spread, it's literally a coin toss.
It was one of the great montages in cinema history of McConaughey lifting weights while like reaching over and picking games against the spread. It's an all-timer as far as hilarious montage.
Oh my God. That's fucking hilarious. Well, dude, you only have abs once in your life if you're lucky to ever have them. So you might as well show them if you got them. That's what I say.
Hey, you can't blame the guy. He got him from all those late night bongo sessions. Matt Mitchell is the forward for the San Diego State Aztecs, 15.5 points. Ooh, I'm on Cuse here to win the game. I'm going under. Again, maybe I'm blind to just supporting Buddy Boeheim because my dog's named Buddy, and I'm all in. But I think their defense a little better than they're getting credit for. Kramer, are you over under Matt Mitchell 15.5 points?
Matt Mitchell, as you know, Sean, we adopted San Diego State to this podcast.
Yes,
so we are
gals.
I am sticking with that. Our gals and Matt Mitchell, junkyard dog. He shows up. I think he has a nice game. Hits some threes. Gets over this 15.5 point total.
Virzi, where you at? Kramer's over. I'm under. You seem to be Team Kramer, but where are you at? Matt Mitchell 15.5.
Under.
Okay.
Put
I like
man in the box.
I know. I kind of let him as an interviewer. You're not supposed to do that.
He saw 5 reds in a row and he's like, I'm going black.
It's good. Classic roulette strategy. All right, Bill, Matt Mitchell, 15.5. I know you've been breaking down his game film in the off season. What do you think?
I didn't know San Diego State had a basketball team, but their football team's been making some noise, and I think that they're going to feed off of that. And this kid's going to go over 15.5.
Should
not
be
by much though, because it's a great number.
It's a great number.
Should be noted, he did play well in the simulated March Madness we created last year when March Madness got canceled. So if that was a foreshadow of
any harbinger for things to come. All right, that'll do it for the tournament talk presented by Monkey Knife Fight. Head over to monkeyknifefight.com. Daily fantasy sports for the rest of us. Use that promo code Burr. Get the $5 game, the free play, and 100% deposit.
Go Zag, go Gonzaga.
Yeah, Virzi's on Zags. Kramer's on the Zags. Burr and I are on Michigan. We'll see how this shakes.
Bush is coming down the aisle with his rolled up program.
I'm staying on the
the
winning train.
I got a prop for you, Paul, right here.
There it is. There it is.
You've been staying on the winning train. I won the last time, you bastard. What are you talking about?
Gonzaga train. They're undefeated. Okay. That's what I mean.
All right. Sorry.
All right, guys.
Jesus, because the guy gets one Gatorade color right. He's the fucking king.
No. From coin toss to Gator. Paul, if you did what I did, you would have had Jordan 1s with your picks on the side of them. What the fuck are you talking about?
I really would.
All right, that's it. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys.
Ryan and Sean, everybody. Thank you so much.